Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty from the University of Sewing at the Tailored Fit, and I want to welcome you to Saturday morning, and we're here at Facebook Live. So we have lots of things to talk about today. I have some announcements. I have some really fun fabrics to show you, and I hope that you will tune in to us on a regular basis. But remember, you want to especially tune in next Saturday, or excuse me, not next Saturday. We won't be here next Saturday. Dave and I have something special we're doing next Saturday. Next Friday, we are going to be here for the great giveaway. Now, what I did decide on that, and so you guys know how I do this. I think about stuff and I decide to change it up a little bit. And what I've decided to do is next week, starting on Monday, May the 3rd, we are going to go ahead and start our great giveaway on Monday, which means that we will be giving away some things every day next week until we get to Friday. We're going to save some of the really special stuff for our Facebook Live next Friday. And what's this great giveaway all about? Well, Dave and I are getting married next Saturday. So you don't usually see Dave because he's behind the camera. He's the one who is always filming me, so you don't really see them. But he's the person who he's starting to do some of our maintenance on our sewing machines, and he is doing delivery of our cabinets, and he's my general all-around helper around the shop and my partner. And we are just doing all these different things. So now I got thrown off. I'm sorry. So I am wanting you to know we're getting married next Saturday. And because of that, one of our wonderful sales reps, Mark Jacobs, was nice enough to tell all of the people we do business with as far as fabric and buttons and things like that. He told them we were getting married and asked them to send things for us to do this special Facebook Live. Well, I had no idea they were going to send so much. They were so generous. And so we've got a lot. And we had some things here anyway at the shop that we were thinking about putting into a nice little giveaway. And we were able to go ahead and get all those things together, and now we're going to show you a little bit about it today, a little further on in this, but I'll do that towards the end. And I just want you to know that we really appreciate all of you watching. We appreciate your customers, being our customers. We're very grateful for that, and we just wanted to give something back to you because you guys are why we're here. So we're very grateful for that. Okay, so let's talk about some of the wonderful fabrics that we've got. Now, all of this is on our website. And on our website, we have got we just got in some really wonderful fabrics from Robert Kaufman. And I wanted to show you how fun these are. And I wanted to show you something I made that I made up out of one of the fabrics already. Because I fell totally in love with it. And I actually think I showed this maybe a couple of weeks ago. But this one right here, this beautiful navy, is a French terry. And we're going to get in here and do a really close up of this fabric right here. And this is why it's called French terry. And so what it's like is a kind of lightweight sweatshirt material. It's got this beautiful smooth finish on one side, and it's got these little loops on the back. Now we have this in 2 colors, and we're planning on getting lots more. But what this is going to do, you can make up cardigans out of this. It drapes really pretty. You can make up sweatshirt, which I'll show you what I just did out of that. And you could make up even a sleeveless knit top that you would maybe put a turtleneck or something and put it over a turtleneck or something like that. This is a really wonderful fabric for a lot of things because it has some really beautiful drape. And what I'm talking about in that regard is if it's a little bit heavier, so it's not going to, I'll show you a different fabric here and we can compare it here in a minute. But It's got some heft to it, so it's not going to show every bump and bulge, but it's got this beautiful drape, and it doesn't hang quite like a sweatshirt material, because you will get the folds and drape out of it, where you don't really get that in sweatshirt material. Kind of is fairly stiff. So I like this better. I think it's more comfortable, and the wonderful thing is this is mostly cotton. It has a little bit of lycra for stretch, but it's mostly cotton, so it's really comfortable. Then we've got this really pretty knit that just came in from Robert Kaufman. And I love this color. It's a gorgeous blue. It's kind of a heathered blue, but this is much thinner than what I just showed you. So this is for the person who wants the perfect t-shirt fabric. It has, again, a great drape. It's mostly cotton. It's got a little bit of lycra again, so it has wonderful stretch, and this stretches in all directions, so it's just a really comfortable fabric. And if you have thought about doing something like one of Pamela Leggett's t-shirt patterns or one of her tunic patterns, and you like lightweight knits, this is going to work out really well for that. But I also want to remind you, we just got in that whole new line of Fit for Art patterns, and in a minute here, I'll show you those patterns and some of the variations on it. And the nice thing about both Pamela Leggett and the Fit for Art patterns in particular is they have really good instructions. They've got lots of videos online that you can watch about making them, and you have a lot of, I mean, I don't know about you, but it seems like I'm always sewing at the end of the day, and I don't have someone I can call necessarily and say, I'm kind of stuck on this one step. Well, the nice thing about Fit for Art and Pamela Leggett is that if you just do a little bit of searching on YouTube, you are going to find lots of people who have made these already, and they will show you quick, easy ways to do things. The Fit for Art patterns have a blog, and that blog oftentimes walks you through different steps. So this is going to be, you know, you've got a long, obviously if you're working during the day on it, you can just call us. But if you're not, you don't have the lifeline at, 10 o'clock at night, well, YouTube's there, and they actually do have some very good videos for both of these things on there. So this is a really nice new one that we've gotten in. It's called Heather Navy Lagana. Okay, I'm not good at pronouncing words, as any of you know that know me. So this is Laguna jersey. So this is just a jersey, and again, this is going to be much more body conforming. So if that's not what you want, then you don't want this one. You might want something more like this French terry. So we're going to take a little sidestep for just a minute, because I have something really exciting here, and I want our reenactors and people who do a lot of costuming, or someone who just really enjoys natural fibers. We just got in these wonderful 6 colors of washed cotton lawn. Now, this is 100% cotton. It's fairly thin. Hello, you can see me through it. But if what you're doing is you're making a chemise that's going to go under a costume, you are going to love this fabric. It is beautiful. It's lightweight. It's going to gather up gorgeously because of this thinness. You will be able to make really beautiful, if you're doing any kind of period pieces and you want something, or again, if you just want something really lightweight and you're looking for something, maybe a night shirt, or you want to do some sort of pajamas, and in the summertime you get hot, this fabric is very breathable, it's beautiful, and you'd have to double it up to make it not see-through. So you'll see, even with 2 layers, it's a little bit sheer. So you're going to have to be careful how you use it. But the other thing this is really good for, and a lot of people don't think about it, if you're making a summer dress, say you want to make a white summer dress and you want to line it, but you don't want to make it hot, guess what? This is going to work beautifully. So you could go ahead and underline the entire dress with this. You'll stop being sheer, and then you will have the most comfortable fabric because it's so breathable and so lightweight. So I just wanted you to see, and I know we have this beautiful green. We have this kind of, this is a lighter kind of khaki color. We've got a pale pink. Again, wonderful for lining of different things. We've got the white. This is navy. This is black. I think you'd be able to tell now when you put them side by side. I noticed when I was just looking at them, they look kind of similar. So I wanted you to see this. Now, one of the things we haven't had for a long time is we really haven't had much bottom weight knits. And I decided that we started having more requests for it. And so I started looking at some different things, and we have found some really beautiful fabrics, and I wanted to show you what has just come in. We have got some pontes, and these three right here are a smooth finish ponte. They do not have, these have a 4-way stretch. They're really beautiful. They've got a nice weight to them. They're a little bit spongy because they're a ponte. And these definitely are bottom weight or a dress weight. You would not have to probably line a dress made out of these, or a skirt. Could make a gorgeous skirt. But these are going to make up into the most comfortable pants ever. They really feel nice. Again, mostly cotton with a little bit of lycra in them so that they will stretch the way we want them to. But they have a lot of cotton to them, so they're not going to be real hot and polyester-y feeling. I don't really care for that kind of fabric, so you aren't going to find a lot of that here. I do have some polyesters, and the ones we find usually are really nice ones, but I tend towards mostly cotton. We've also got this beautiful fabric right here. This is a ponte also, but it's from Stoff. It's, again, mostly cotton, and it's a twill. So it looks kind of like jean material, but it's all a knit. Super stretchy, very comfortable. And this is more like that French terry on the back. It's very interesting. Really nice. It'll make up into pants really lovely. And then lastly, I wanted to show you this other ponte. Now this one has more of a sweater quality to it. It does not have the smooth finish that these other three I just showed you have. This is more like a brushed sweater material. So this might, although I know I'm talking about this and we're going into, we just started into May. I did want you to see this because it will be a gorgeous tunic fabric. It'll be a gorgeous pant fabric, dress fabric, any of those things, but it's probably going to be, unless you live someplace where there's high altitude, maybe you live up in the UP or something like that, this would be a great fabric for you for probably most of the year because it's always cold up there. But if you live in Indiana, this might be a better fabric for the fall and winter. But I wanted to show it to you because we've got this gorgeous mustard color, a beautiful rusty orange. It's very pretty. And then we've got this lovely black kind of charcoal color. It's not a completely solid black. If you look at any of our other blacks, this is kind of more charcoaly, and it is really beautiful. And I'm thinking, you know, we're starting to think about our wardrobes. You know, we've been stuck in our homes for the last year, but now we're going to be going back out in the world. And maybe it's time for you to think about doing some things like making yourself a nice skirt or making yourself a pair of pants or something like that. So what I wanted to do was show you a couple of patterns that I thought would work out really well in the fabrics I just showed you. So one of the ones we have is this really cute little capri. They call them the Joan trousers from Friday Pattern Company. Now these are really simple to make. They've got pockets. Everybody loves pockets. They have a front zipper on these. And you can make them full length or you can make them capri length. There's no reason why you have to just make them capri length. So the nice thing about them, they have nice wide legs. If you like something really comfortable. Now the cool thing about these is once you get the pattern worked out and you figure it out, you're going to be able to make these out of a knit. You could make these out of a woven. You just have to get the sizing correct on the pattern. And I wanted to let you know that we are starting to think about classes again. Unfortunately, I'm probably the only one who would teach a pant pattern class at the shop, and my summer is really booked. So I'm going to go ahead and I've already been thinking about a pant class for August. So if you think that you would like to be part of that pant class and be in that pant class, I need you to let me know sooner rather than later. I have to limit the size of a pant class pretty dramatically because they take a lot of time, and we usually do them over one day. So it would be either Friday or Saturday. It'll be one day. And so you've got to commit to the one day. I ask everybody to prepay for them. I'm doing one in June, but that one's already filled, and I'm not going to have really the time to do it again until August. So if you think that that's something you're interested in, please contact us at our email, info@universityofsewing.com. And this kind of a class is more about fitting, not construction. We're going to be working more on getting you a really good fitting pair of pants. I really do kind of expect you to know if you're going to use a pant pattern that has a front fly zipper. I expect you to know how you're going to install that front fly zipper. I do have a recommendation for how to do that, but the techniques, you should already kind of know how to do those. This is more for the person who's looking for that really great fit and you want something comfortable. That's what we're going to be working on in my pant fitting class. So the nice thing about my pants classes though is that I don't care what pants pattern you use. I pretty much let you pick the pattern and then we'll work from there. Another pant pattern that is super cute and is easy to fit and is going to be really comfortable and looks like a dress. And I love this one. This is the Tahoe pant. It is from Sewing Workshop. I love Sewing Workshop's patterns because I think the styles are so interesting and they really do a good job. But what they aren't particularly, what I wouldn't say is that if you're a really new sewer, you may really want to look at these first before you go ahead and jump head in on them, because I don't think there's a ton of instructions. They kind of expect you to know how to sew. So you might be careful about that, which brings me back to a better pattern maybe for the beginner. So Fit for Art Patterns has this wonderful Eureka Pants That Fit pattern. Now, this is really wonderful because what they've done is they have created a whole bunch of information so that you can get a really good fitting pair of pants. The pants class that I'm going to be doing in June, 2 of my students are using this pattern. And the nice thing about this is if you're really slender or you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's a lot of information on how to make pants fit us better. So the neat thing about the Fit for Art patterns is that they've got these add-ons. So you buy this and then you can go ahead and you can use these add-ons. This one has a front fly zipper add-on. It's also got pockets, like the little scoop out pockets you see on Western jean kind of, or I should just say jeans. And then they've got the cute little back pockets and so forth. Now this pattern add-on is what they call their glamour details. This one's got a high waist. This one has got the high waist with cute little pockets on the back. There's a variety of different things that come with this. Cuffs are another thing that you can go ahead and see on this pattern. So there's a couple of different things, and we actually have all of this on our website. Don't forget, you can always go on the website, universityofsewing.com, and you can look at the patterns in more depth. Then, you know, so all these fabrics that I just showed you right here, these would all work beautifully with these three patterns that I just showed. They would work very well for that. Now, the other thing I was saying is that these three in particular, you could do those into tops too. I think they would work out really well, or a dress. So what I wanted to show you were some patterns that would work really good for just general knits. We've got that whole line of stock knits, and I think I've told you before, I think we've got like 54 of them right now. So if you were thinking that you just want to start off making a little simple t-shirt and see if you can make your knits come out well, I will tell you, if you get a good fitting t-shirt or a, I'm gonna say, or a swing shirt, because I don't wear t-shirts because my hips are too big. I like the swing ones that have a little bit more room around my hips. Well, Pamela Leggett has a wonderful group of patterns to do that. She has made the effort to really design these patterns in such a way that the shoulders aren't immense on them. You can get the shoulder lines right, and they're easy to alter. She's put darts in them. So for someone who prefers darts like myself, it just makes the fit look so much better. And so they don't have princess lines on these. So if I don't have princess lines, I kind of need darts, or else they just look big and boxy and not very flattering. I'm only 5'2", so this is really at issue. So she's got this gorgeous little perfect t-shirt pattern, and then she's got an add-on where it's got a bunch of different necklines on it, so that you can make some variety of different necklines, and you can come up with something very individualistic, and you can get really creative with it. This right here is her swing t-shirt pattern, and you know what, it doesn't say so, but those neck variations could fit onto this very easily. And I'm going to show you in just a minute a shirt that I made based on this pattern, but I'm going to wait a second to do that, because I want to make sure I go back to our Fit for Art patterns again. Now, the really cool thing about the Fit for Art, we have the Tabula Rosa knits, and what they've done with theirs is they made it where there's no shoulder seam. So getting the fit on these is really easy, because all you do is just change this line right here, and it makes it really nice in getting a great fit. Again, what's really cool about these are that you've got darts, you can make it a swing, you can make it straight, depending on what you like, and they have a couple of add-ons for this. The add-ons we have for this is ones you can make into tops. And so I was telling you about those pontes that we have that are more of a sweater weight. These would turn into, if you did this little cardigan right here, that would really be beautiful. You could even do the tank out of it. Then we have over here these crossovers, and these crossovers again could be really beautiful out of those fabrics. So I was telling you that I made up, I had Pamela Leggett's pattern. I've had this one for a while, and I've made it up multiple times. And so what I did, if you weren't here yesterday, if you were here yesterday, I'm sorry, you already saw this, but this is my cute little sweatshirt that I'm making. Dave and I are gonna go to Yellowstone, and we're going to be obviously in the mountains, and I know that the weather there hasn't really changed from, I mean, like this morning when we got up, it was 44 degrees. I'm anticipating similar kind of weather there, and I wanted something I could layer with. Well, the nice thing about this swing is that I can put a regular long sleeve t-shirt under it, and then I can wear this, and then I'll be able to take this off later, and it'll be really comfortable. And the last thing I have to do, I know my little hem here is twisting up, but I'm going to do a top stitch like I did on my sleeves, and see how pretty they're standing down. Well, all I have to do to finish this off is just top stitch this down, and this top is going to be finished, and I'll have my top ready for my trip. those of you who've been around us and you know that we do a lot of knit work and we've told you about these double-eyed needles. The double-eyed needle is like it sounds. It has a eye on both ends of the needle, and these are back in stock. We had not had them for a long time. We were having problems getting them. So I just ordered 20 of them. So if you're looking for those, you want some of those, they're in stock again. So we are going to, wait a minute, we got to stop back over here. Look, see, we've got lots of buttons. They're not all online, but we do have lots of buttons, and we have some really fun ones. So if you're making a cardigan and you want a big standout button, we've got a few of those here. They're really fun that you could use. And these are all available. If you were interested in some buttons and you need something and we don't have it on the website yet, just let me know and I will be happy to look for you. But I did want to tell you, we have these really fun ones right now, and they say handmade, and I am pretty sure those are on the website. So if you're doing stuff that's handmade, this is kind of a fun addition. So last thing we're going to talk about, the great giveaway. So the great giveaway, I want to make sure that you see some of the stuff. Now, you saw the buttons. We get those from a company named Dill Buttons. And Dill is wonderful. They've been super generous. They gave us this whole bag full of buttons. So we've got these gorgeous mustard buttons, and we've got gorgeous, oh, look at this pink button. Is that not fun? I love that pink button. That's really, really fun. Beautiful orange button. And you know, I just showed you all those gorgeous colors of those knits, and so I'm thinking that you should definitely want something here to go with that. So we've got a whole bunch of the 5-inch charm packs. We've got all kinds of fat quarter bundles, amazing. We have got some wonderful jelly rolls. We've even got some really pretty yardage. This is actually a twill with hedgehogs on it. Everybody needs some hedgehog fabric. We've got, oh my goodness, there's just so many things in here. We've got these rolls. These are more fat quarter bundles. So we've got those. Oh, I recognize this. This is a Marcia Durst from Wyndham. Isn't that gorgeous? I have somebody in mind who should get that piece of fabric. We've got some patterns. Actually, we've got a lot more patterns that are going to go into this. We've got layer cakes. And we've got graduation strips, which are basically your 2-inch wide strips. It's just your jelly roll in a different format. So we have got, there's more patterns and more, oh my goodness. There's some really, really cute charm packs in here. So look at these with all the butterflies on it. We've got all kinds of beautiful things, different patterns. We've even got a few Bernina things that we're going to give away. Oh my gosh, I found more charm packs and more back quarter bundles. Okay, so there's going to be a lot to give away. And during the week, we're only going to do it for people who are coming in the shop. But on Friday, I know a lot of people watch us from all over. So on Friday, invite all your friends, and we are going to be giving away all kinds of wonderful things. Now, I will tell you, I've never done this before, where we've given away stuff on Facebook Live. And so we're going to have to think a little bit about the logistics. But I'm going to get that all figured out. I'll have that all figured out by Friday. We aren't going to be here next Saturday because Dave and I are going to get married. So this is the celebration. We're going to have a week-long celebration. And we so hope you will join us for this. We're so happy to include you into our University of Sewing family. And we love having you as customers. What I think we should do next week, Dave, is we should show people the map where we are getting sales from all over the country, including Hawaii. We've had somebody shop us from Hawaii. How cool is that? Go on our website. We have the most wonderful things on there. We'd love to help you get them. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know it, if you make a purchase of over $150, we don't charge you shipping. So go on there, buy all the things that you love, and let us send them to you and get you set up for your summer sewing. Or maybe what you need to do is start thinking about your fall sewing. I mean, then you'd have the whole summer to work on it. You could pick your patterns, you could pick your fabric, and we can help you with any of that. So everybody, I hope you have an absolutely fabulous Saturday. If I don't know, Dave, is Dan Jessup out there? Has he been watching this morning? Oh, that's a shame. Dan was so sweet last week. He came in and told me that he really enjoys watching our Facebook Live. So I hope you'll get to see this later. Hi, Dan, if you do.
Mark Jacobs is.
Mark Jacobs, hello. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? I can't wait to see you next Friday and Saturday. He's coming to the wedding. How exciting is that? He's just been a really great person in our lives, and we've really appreciated him. So most of you haven't gotten to meet him, but I'm going to see if I can drag him on camera next week. We're having a really good time here at the University of Sewing. We'd love to have you come visit us. And if it's too far away, you can always shop our online store at universityofsewing.com. And we will see you next Friday. Have a great day, everybody.